Marabout was more about a trip that I did in Senegal. Met some witches there. We saw like a video of a girl who just killed her boyfriend, and the next song commented about that. Personally, I think I suck really much, but it's like, I don't know, in the end, it sounds pretty cool. If not all of us are convinced that we just don't do it. For now, I think it's still pretty new and we have to work on what we have.
Hey, if you're like me and you're interested in the YouTube or creator space, you should check out The Published Press. The Published Press is a completely free newsletter founded by YouTubers Colin and Samir. They host their own podcast talking to some of YouTube's largest creators. They've edited some of the best content I've seen on YouTube, and now they're sharing their knowledge about the YouTube space with you for free. The Published Press comes out 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with everything going on with your favorite creators and platforms. And like I said, it's completely free. Just enter your email address to receive the Published Press whenever it comes out, and that's it. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below, sign up to the Published Press, and get all the info you need on the industry. They're a primitive garage punk band from Belgium who released their debut album earlier this year and have already taken the stage at multiple music festivals. Please welcome Stephanie, Crystal, and Niels of Tuesday Violence to the podcast.
Hello.
What are you guys doing today?
Hey.
How are all of you?
We're good. For us, it's 11 o'clock. A little tired. We had the rehearsal, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Pretty hangover, but
Yeah, and so that is, one thing I want to get into. Just earlier this year, you came out with your self-titled debut album. What can you sort of tell us about what went into that? Like, how much time did it take? What was the process like coming up with those songs? Anything like that?
You want to talk?
Yeah, sure. So we really wanted to capture the beginning, let's say. We fixed the date for the studio and started working. I think when we decided, we played for we had a few shows, but right now we only play for a year, so a little bit too much. And then
No, it took us a while to do the songs, even though we recorded only 7 songs, and there's 5 on the vinyl. It took us a long time because when we started, I could not play organ at all, and I don't know. We like some in the band are not so technical, so it took us a while also to
there
do.
was a learning process to take place.
Yeah.
So we
but
tried
also to get used to each other, to play together and find the best way to do it, and creating our own songs and making our own lyrics by Crystal and Niels. It took a while as well, but
to find a good sound and to plug everything, even just like for the organ, it took a while.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And so you talked about like getting used to playing with each other, or like finding a sound. How did the 3 of you come to meet each other, like in the first place? Just so you know.
That's a weird story.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna say it quickly. But like at first I posted something online to start a new band, and I got contacted by some guy that I knew was a good friend of Daphne, let's say it like that, and and then we met Niels. So at first it was that guy, me and Niels, that I met like that, and then we met Daphne, and then that original guy who was playing with us left, and we took Daphne instead of him. So that's how it happened.
Long story.
Yeah.
Long story short.
Yeah. All right.
But you needed a drummer as well, so.
Yeah, at first there was 2 guitar and a bass, and now there's no bass anymore, and an organ and a drum.
Nice. So I guess for the organ, is that something you guys are looking to like sort of keep constant in all your music, or was it just for this album?
And now we have our sound now, and
No, we want to keep it. Yeah. Now I'm hooked, so I want to keep going and get better, definitely. But yeah,
Awesome.
I started to play when we started the band, so still pretty new for me.
Yeah. And I mean, for all three of you, we can go around and get this, but was there anything you guys thought about doing, like other than music, whether it's like other career paths or anything like that, or sort of when did you all like find out that music was what you wanted to pursue?
I think we all always knew, let's say, we're just into music and we know each other from like the music scene here. That's how we all got connected, and it's our passion. We all have other jobs, and it's not the only thing we do in life, but it's liberating.
Yeah, voilà. I'm a
Music
teacher.
is really important.
Daphne's a
Yeah.
painter. I'm a teacher. And Niels.
Yeah, I work in a record shop.
Yeah. So
Nice. And so I sort of mentioned it earlier, but you guys are a pretty new band as Tuesday Violence, but you have all these shows and festivals already booked that you're already playing. What has that sort of been like for you guys? Because at least from an outsider perspective, it looks like you guys have really got off to a fast start and you're just going with all the shows you can get.
Yeah, we're really going fast actually, because we're just 1.5, well, no, maybe it's 2 years together now that we're playing. But I don't know. I think we just have a good vibe when we play, and it's really amazing. Like last month, we got a really great opportunity to play at Shock Festival, and it was like the festival that we all wanted to play, and we finally got a chance, and it was perfect. Yeah, and it's only getting better.
Yeah, I guess we got lucky, and yeah, we have connections because Devni and I, we played in bands before. Niels also was a roadie for a band called 50 Foot Combo in Belgium. So we all have like these contacts, and they are very helpful, and they help us, and they try to put us out there whenever they can to open like lineup support act or something like that. But it's good to have a good answer like from the audience, and we hope it's gonna go on like that. Yeah.
Nice. And so the fact that all of you have like experience playing live and like at live shows, do you think you guys, really like and enjoy like being a live band and playing shows? Or are you more excited about like working on and coming up with new music to release?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer the lives, but
Yeah, but
then the studio.
you need the studio thing to enjoy the live
To
thing.
do the live thing.
Yeah.
It's cool to create, and it's cool to get rewarded to see like people like it. So you need both.
But the excitement of live is something different that I really like. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also like the rehearsals.
When they're good.
New stuff.
And with, whether it's something you learned here with Tuesday Violence or from previous bands, if there's other people who, are trying to start a band, maybe they're posting something online about wanting bandmates, what tips or advice would you give for them to like try to form a band and start going?
That's a difficult question.
I guess try to 2 years, like in a steady basis. Like it's really important to practice, I think, once a week at first when you start, to get to know the others, to know how to play together, and to be friends, because being friends is really important in a band. I think you should not have a band with people you don't like.
No.
Yeah, I was just talking to another band the other day, and they were like, don't look for people like good at a certain instrument, look for friends that also do music. So like, most of the time you're hanging out with them more than like making music with them.
Yeah, that's it.
It's important to like, be friends and have that sort of relationship with them. And so I guess once this band, formed and you guys wanted to start playing, how did the name Tuesday Violence come up, or where did you get that name from?
Also a funny story.
Okay. Definitely you wanted to say it or?
You can tell the story. It's about me a bit.
So at first the name of the band was
Love Sauce.
Love Sauce. I really like that name, but whatever. And then we were going out to see DOCs in Belgium. They were playing there, and they had this wild concert. They played 2 hours, and we were all out together. It was a pretty wild night for the three of us. So not playing music, but just as friends hanging out. And Daphne was dating back then. uh, and she went in, she met a weird guy, and he was saying weird stuff that she was drinking on a Monday night, and then she shouldn't do that, do this. And then Tuesday night we went to see the OCs, and it was super violent. So to make a joke, I posted a picture and I said out on a Tuesday violence, and then and then people said it was a cool name, so we changed it.
Yeah. All right. And now that you've sort of started working on this band, it seems like, with how much you're on the road, when you're working to sort of build this up, what is your creative process like, or like when you're trying to come up with new music, how do these songs usually like come about?
They happen like, yeah, or it's like
They just come about and just
like,
happen.
yeah, it's one of our best songs is a Dark Water, and it was just like it started as a small jam of 1 minute, and that got like, it grows when it hits you. You have like a connection with it.
Yeah.
So it's
you find like one section that you like, and you just keep playing that over and over until you keep getting more
This is
ideas.
pretty good at finding riff and stuff. He's pretty good at that. And then we start to jam, and we start to find some stuff that works. And then I write lyrics, or he writes lyrics. And then sometimes when we have ideas, I start to write some stuff, and then we see if it fits or not, or we change. Depends.
And for when you're trying to write lyrics, where do you usually get inspiration from that?
Oh my God. Well, that depends. Like there's different songs. I like to write. I try to write like on a daily basis, but most of the time it's like a little bit depressing. So I don't want to have all the songs talking about how life sucks and all that stuff. So sometimes we just pick also light subject and like jokes. Like Slutlist was like a joke because Niels had his first girlfriend, like was collecting the guy in the alphabetic order. So I wrote a song about that. Dark Water was more about the story of mine and some nightmares. Marabout was more like about a trip that I did in Senegal. Met some witches there. But like lately, now for instance, we saw like a video of a girl who just killed her boyfriend, and we decided to write a song. The next song is gonna be about that. So it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Are you a music artist trying to find a way to get your music on as many streaming platforms as possible? Then check out DistroKid. DistroKid is a super user-friendly and super easy-to-use service that will make your music available in stores like Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Music, YouTube, Snapchat, everything. Everything you could imagine, it's available. People will even be able to add your songs into their Instagram stories. DistroKid helps you with the distribution, monetization, and promotion of all of your music. Use the link in the description of this video for 7% off any DistroKid package you want. Pick from musician packages designed to help artists get their own music out there, or even get a label package where you can manage up to 100 artists from one profile. So that's more for like managers, labels, and you can also get the musician package that I mentioned earlier, which is more for artists, producers, things like that. It's super easy, and you can get 7% off any package right now with the link in the description of this video. So once again, if you're looking for a way to get your music on as many streaming platforms as possible, I'm talking any platform you can think of, get DistroKid and get 7% off right now with the link in the description. Back to the program. Whatever you can or can't say about that song, is that sort of what's next for you guys, or what is sort of the next release that people can expect from you guys?
We hope to have a full LP, like maybe next year. So we're working on new songs now to have like a complete album.
Yeah.
But no concrete plans yet. Nothing is fixed.
Yeah, that's totally fine. And yeah, and you guys, I think you have a very like unique sound. I mean, we were talking about it earlier, like an organ. Like you don't usually hear that in bands that have that. Maybe have for like a song or two. But like, how did you sort of work to find your sound?
Yeah,
it happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's primitive and raw, and we don't have much to do our work with, but we're creative with it. And
I guess, I mean, I still don't really understand it because I think I suck really much, but it's like, I don't know, in the end, it sounds pretty cool. So it's as long as it works, it's nice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever works,
Yeah, like the organ, it's an organ from the 60s. And when I was looking for one, I fell in love with the sound of it. And I'm just happy that it works with what we have now. And
it just all fits good together. The first guitar and the organ and the primitive beat, it's just fitting all good.
Yeah, Devaney also has a special style of playing, like very binaire. I don't know how you call that.
Yeah.
And so, with like, I feel like a lot of artists or bands now, they're getting very like, they're trying out new sounds, or they'll have all these different kinds of genres across their music. Do you guys ever think about like trying out different genres or sounds, or do you think you're really trying to like perfect this one and keep that as your sound?
This is our sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would like to try a different effect on the vocals, for instance, but whenever we try, it depends. If not all of us are convinced, that we just don't do it. For now, I think we're still pretty new, and we have to work on what we have and just explore it a little more.
Yeah,
because it's still pretty new, and we'll see.
But I think it's also cool because all our songs have something else. It's not like one steady. Yeah.
And so what, like, just like listening to music, whether it's inspiration or not, what bands or artists do each of you like listen to a lot, or maybe take some inspiration from?
Who wants to start?
But we all have the same inspiration, I think.
Well, yeah, but we
Kind of.
also like different stuff, but we also have like common taste. Yeah, like all these like the Cramps, for instance. We love the Cramps. We love the 60s garage, like all this band from Back from the Graves, the Pebbles.
Yeah.
Because the original idea of the band was to do like a 60s garage at first, but then it deviates into punk.
Yes.
Yeah. And also I'm pretty much into like all these like girls bands, the 60s bands, with the girls. And lately a lot of this New York scene, like Mystery Lights, like they have all this really cool band with girls there that I follow. Flaccid, Miranda and the Beats, all those bands I really like. I think they're great. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I don't know. Definitely something else.
The monsters. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can look at my records now here and pick everything that I like. But
Also, for me, like the yeyes, the 60s yeyes, the French garage, I really like as well. Like more easygoing and light 60s stuff.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
And
And
this is more the Stooges. Let's say something.
Yeah, I like yeah. If I was a better musician, I'd play like jazz and stuff, but I'm just limited, so I play punk.
so, I mean, from this first album that you guys have, was there any song on it that sort of did better or worse than you were expecting it to?
Like when we were recording,
Yeah, like maybe you had an idea of like which songs you think people would like more or something, and any song that just sort of like defied what you were thinking, or like one you thought would do well and didn't do as well, or one that like you weren't in love with but it ended up doing really well.
setlist I really like, and it doesn't work super good.
no, it's a shame because it's such a good song.
Yeah.
But Dark Water is doing really good.
Yeah.
I expected it, but I think it's even more than we expected it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The one I preferred works. They had setlist. Setlist maybe a little.
And Moche Jou. Moche Jou is also doing it really good, but I also didn't expect it.
I like I thought the cover is nice. The Frenchy. Yeah. Brigitte.
Yeah. And you know, when you guys are sort of like when you were coming up with this album, what was, I mean, the cover art for the album is pretty simple. It's just the band logo, sort of Tuesday Violence. Was that sort of the plan from the start? Did you have any ideas for other like cover art options?
We have the 7-inch now, and it's not just the logo.
Just show it.
Yeah.
I saw it online earlier and it's super cool. Yep, there it is.
It's a friend of ours from Belgium who did the artwork. His name is King Hat. Yeah. And he does great. He's also a musician. He plays in Shift Chefs.
Yeah. Or
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so when, and I don't know how to like phrase this well. When you guys were forming the band, or now that you are a band, is there any sort of one message that you want to send, like as a band in general, or with all your music, or does it just change like from song to song?
Oh,
I don't really think we send messages.
no.
We just,
No.
Yeah. We're not like
that's
politically involved or anything.
yeah,
I mean,
I would just say stay primitive. That's the thing I would say.
Yeah. And so now, you know, you guys have all this experience with other bands and you're working together as Tuesday Violence now. What level do you want to sort of reach with Tuesday Violence, or what's your goal with this project, this band?
To travel, I guess. Yeah.
travel.
That's the dream. Huh? For me, at least. For you too. Yeah, Japan would be great.
Yeah, Japan. Yeah, I guess that's like what
It's a
sort
good
of
dream,
what sort of bucket list, whether it's like specific venues or just cities, countries, where like what are some like bucket list places that you guys want to perform?
I would like to go to New York because, like I said, we really think it looks nice there, and they have an active scene, and that seems really cool. So I would like to check it, and why not play one time? Yeah, I don't know.
Japan.
But we already go to Seattle. For us, it's like such a big deal, and
Yeah.
so like the adventure is starting, and then we'll see what's
Yeah,
going here.
Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit before we started, but you guys are going to Freakout Fest later in the year. What is sort of going through you guys' minds about that, or like, are you excited for that, nervous at all? Anything you can tell us about that?
Yeah.
Scary a
It's
little.
we're
Scary.
scared.
We were just today busy with booking the flights and stuff and organizing everything. So that's basically what we are busy doing now, and we're preparing for the gigs. And but we're all really excited to go 2 weeks to America, and yeah, it's gonna be really great.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity for us.
Yeah. For now, we're thinking of going the first week to California, like South California, maybe Los Angeles, San Diego. We're still looking for gigs. If you can help us, that would be great. And then the second week we go to Seattle, and we play 2 times at the Freakout during the weekend, Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, nice. Well, definitely you missed this beforehand, but I was saying that soon I'm going out to California, and I think while you guys are gonna be there, so I was saying that if you guys have a show nearby, I would definitely try to come out and see you guys play, because I listened to some of your stuff and I really like the sound of it. So
Okay, cool. Thanks.
We
And-
already have one that's booked the 27 October in the Hideaway in Riverside.
Okay, yeah, and I'll have to see if that's close. I don't know where it is.
That in your agenda.
So when you guys are sort of playing all these concerts and festivals, on top of your new original stuff, what other songs are you playing? Is it covers? Is it songs from previous bands you guys have been in? What does like a Tuesday Violence performance look and sound like?
It's a mix of reworked covers, like our interpretation, and own songs.
Mhm.
And like we're working on a new set, and we put some new covers in it again because we like it.
Yeah, we just like covers with that kind of band.
Yeah, well, there's I mean, nothing wrong with that. Like I heard, I'm forgetting the name of the band, but I know like years ago when Billie Eilish came out with Bad Guy, that like got super big, and then a little after that I heard like a punk remake of Bad Guy, and I was like, this is oh yeah, it was The Interrupters made it. They had like a punk cover of it, and I listened to it and I was like, this is awesome, and it adds like a whole new, like it sounds like a completely different song, so there's nothing wrong with like bringing a new style to a song that's already out there.
But yeah, I think for us, when we started to play, the three of us, we were really into the Mystery Lights, and we really started to cover a few songs from them. And I think that's also how we found our sound. Like when we did the meld cover, that really helped us finding the sound of the organ, what was working, because they also use the organ a lot in what they do. And that was a major influence at the beginning. And we keep the song in their set, and I think they've seen it, and I think they like it, so
Yeah,
it's okay, we can still play it.
Yeah, you're not getting in trouble with anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, well, those are sort of all the questions I had for you guys today. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about, promote, anything that you wanted to share?
I can wonder how you found us, like
Yeah, that's actually I was emailing with I'm still trying to get him on the podcast, but it's still in the works of if it's gonna happen. But Acid Tongue, who Guy Keltner from Acid Tongue, he's like helping put together Freakout Fest, and so we were in touch about that, and I started like while trying to research that, I just did research on like Freakout Fest because it's run by his label. And I was going through the set list and like listening to some of the music, and I heard you guys and really enjoyed it. And I think it was I think Dark Water was the song that came on when I was listening to it, and I was like, oh, this is good. I like it. And so I decided to, you know, try to reach out and get you guys on.
Great. Well, that's the guy who booked us for Freakout. He was in Brussels last year and we met Guy. So thanks to him that we're going. So thank you.
Yeah.
Watching.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, that's everything, I think. Thank you guys so much again for coming on. Is there any, like, where can people find you or the band online? Like any social medias, streaming platforms, whatever you want to shout out or promote, feel free to do it. The 7-inch record, you can tell them where to find that.
Yeah, so for now we have no label, so everything we send ourselves, but we're gonna bring some records when we tour in October. So we plan on taking some, I'm not sure I'm supposed to say that though, but for the taxes, but we're gonna send some in October to California, and some are gonna be available at the Freakout as well, and some t-shirts. And otherwise, you can listen on Spotify or Bandcamp. We have
Apple Music.
on every streaming platform, like they say. And well, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram for the informations and the next gigs.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'll leave a link to some of that down below, and just thank you guys again for coming on and telling us a bit about, the start of this new band.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank you.